We're playing a little something weird. This game is not suitable for children. Or you know what? You can read it. I don't need to. So, but this I have to. Please take care of yourself. I hope you guys are doing okay. We are playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. What the hell's preferences? I need to go full screen. Alright. Cool. Start. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. I can relate to this. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today? Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Aw. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. I'm having a hard time to read. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity. Guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh. Kato, finally the sound source comes into view in the cold dim light of the alley. You know what? A spoiler, we're gonna take the cat home. At the end of the alley in a big cardboard box. Hell yeah! I guess that should have been obnoxious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold amongst the dark seas of its black fur. That's a good description. Oh, it puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh. Whoa. So cute. I know, right? And it definitely knows it. Yeah, it does. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. No, because, for real, yeah, you don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in a cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? True. The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't know as you suggest and leave the box. It also doesn't do as you suggest and it's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Hell yeah, we're taking the cat home. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Aw. You're all alone and well. I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Aw, the engine. I think a little while would probably be more like a day. No, I'm keeping it. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Hell yeah! I love cats. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you living alone in it? Alright, sorry. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. Oh, that music. Oh, my head. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment, leaving the feline to its own devices. You set about making the both of you some dinner. Oh, the music. Stop. It's kind of hurting my brain. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on the saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. Psst, psst, psst. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over, looks at the plate of food, and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess? You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spend your hard-earned cash on it. I mean, it's okay. It's just a cat after all, yeah. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Yeah. The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. Cat engine. You smile, that's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomatoes sliced. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops onto the counter. It sniffs at the knives and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... Huh? You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. Oh no. Oh no. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Oh, okay, right? Yeah, no, oh, okay, alright, okay. Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Oh, well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Okay, you know what? I might give it away to the shelter. Maybe. Let's just see. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. Oh my god, while you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched. Hey! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. What? No! You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes over around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down? Maybe. I mean, wasn't that supposed to be the first thing you're supposed to do? I don't know. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... The lights just went out? Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. That was no knock, that was a snip. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? Yeah. You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Whoa, the cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Kill? Help? Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but their numbers are lit up. Not going, and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but... it sighs. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But... as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. His eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. His pupils are large. Whoa! I couldn't read it. Okay. The flashlight flickers. Cat jump scare. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. As the clock working with no power. You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself cools slightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. Predator? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading so fast, I'm running out of breath. I think you guys can notice. But waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. That's me. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Oh no. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Now that you could, even if it did. Now that you could, even if... I'm sorry, I can't read. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fears gripped in your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Oh no! A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Oh no. Winded from your fall, you look up in the daze and see the object glinting in the strange light coming from the outside, the light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably open doors, screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. What? It's your kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blender? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up in your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Oh no. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. Aw, a pair of golden glowing eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows to the light of your doorway. What the fuck? That is so cute. What the fuck am I doing? It pats lightly over the knife, as if skipping in delight. Aw. Oh, and bends down to the lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as if it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of a stray you've taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emanating from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Keep running or look behind you. Keep running. Huh? Interesting. How? Very, very interesting. You know, we should be saving, but I don't know. Also, this game has like 40 endings, so... Ending 0? Okay, that was a convenient time to mention that. It begins. Oh, so that's it? Alright, we're gonna continue. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you were actually glad you did. Okay, no, we're gonna auto. Where's that option where you can like go really fast? Is there like a skip rollback slide? Skip unseen text. Wait, do I hold it? What? Okay, wait. What's gonna happen if we don't take this cat back home? You know what? Let's try that. All right, here we go. All right. Do not take the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You know? You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too, there's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? Fuck. There's a lot. Save. Okay, since we know what the cat is, we're still gonna leave it anyway. Okay? So this is what we're going with. This is the kind. So the first we went with taking the cat back in, and now we're gonna leave the cat. Let me know if you guys want me to play this game even more for more endings, and we can do that. But for now, we're gonna try to do like. So we're gonna take the cat home first, which we did. Now we're not gonna take the cat home. See where that leads us. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit? You know what? I guess that's the right thing to do. If we played with the cat or fed it something right here, that you know. What if it gets attached? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What was that? Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out the alleyway when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ignore it. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go watch a movie. So Interstellar was actually being screened again privately here, but I didn't go. I really wanted to. It's been a while since the film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. Makes sense. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. We're gonna go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. There's a lot of choices. No wonder why this game has like 40 endings. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe even the 70s, but it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. I'm having such a hard time reading, I'm so sorry guys. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and talking, taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers pop up, the movie just begins. Appreciate that. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene, but just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? What? What the fuck? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. Come on, man. There's no one else here and plenty of places to sit. The stranger's also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. We're gonna move to another spot. That's come on. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you anyway? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another less perfect seat in the theater, but as you settle down, you see the strange person get up, only to once again sit down. What the fuck? You look around somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank, but there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. You hate confrontation, you can always... You know what? We should have tried once more. You hate confrontation, you can already feel your palms starting to sweat at the idea of it, your throat closing up and your body starting to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. But you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages. Now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in the theater. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that you ignored the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You stand up, even standing in higher up on the incline. The stranger's still at least a head taller than you. What the fuck? The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement, as if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! Hey! What the fuck? I'm sorry. The effort makes your word goes out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figured to deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk. You know that? Just what are you planning at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? Huh? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused. Huh? Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. Whoa. Then turn some more. Whoa. Then turns more beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking, to face you directly. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze. Oh my god, I can't read. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. Did he just meow? What the fuck? The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a witty door, foreboding the oddly melodic, alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. Oh, we ran. Nice. You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit is now in sight. You sprint forward and burst through the door. You look forward frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need. Safety in numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. What if we do it this time? We're gonna save. Should have quick saved. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back of its own accord, while in the middle of the street. Oh no! Guess what the cat? You catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking person standing behind the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something there in their arms. Something familiar. But... Beep? Huh? Oh no! Oh no! A glimpse is all you get as a truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. Oh no. Is that it? Ending what? You're killed on impact, your body splattered across the road and crushed further under the heavy tires. Ending 16, poor screening arrangements. Alright, so we got 0 and 16. This is all that we're gonna do for today. Let me know if you guys want me to play this game even more, and we can try to get more endings. And I hope you guys are doing okay. Song of the day is gonna be Chameleon by Trauma Ray. Again, love Trauma Ray. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video then. Goodbye.
Maybe for you there's a tomorrow. Maybe for you there's 1,000 or 3,000 or 10. So much time you can bathe in it. So much time you can waste it. But for some of us, there's only today. And what you do today matters.